Greetings YouTube, and welcome to my 100 subscriber special setup for 2020. So starting out, we've got three Acer XF2400 monitors mounted on a triple monitor mount. For me personally, I'm not really that fussed about playing in 4K. 1080p HD will do for me. The quality's there, these monitors are very good. 24 inches across all three. They are mounted on a triple monitor mount. The monitors have got a 144Hz refresh rate, which is perfect for gaming. It's also got a 1 millisecond response time, which again is very good. It's good quality. With the space that I've got, I didn't really want to go larger than 24. 24 was a good size for me and what I do and how I work. So anything bigger, I think it would have been a bit too large and affected my workflow in a negative way. Moving on to peripherals, I use the Corsair Scimitar Pro MMO gaming mouse. I find this mouse is particularly good when it comes to ergonomics and just viability. The 12 programmable buttons on the side are amazing for both gaming and editing, and I just find it just makes everything run a lot smoother with them all there. Having my thumb position there, I can hit a lot of things, I can do a lot of movements and get stuff done quicker in terms of maybe like workflow, and then obviously when it comes to gaming, my response times with like actions are a lot quicker. My main keyboard is the Corsair K55. I went for this keyboard over one of some of the other more newer versions because most of those have got mechanical keys, and now I found that when deciding what keyboard to get for my initial setup, I was like, okay, if I have a mechanical keyboard, it's going to be very loud while I'm recording. While they do sound nice, I think when I am recording all my games and my gameplay footage, I don't really want to be hearing very loud keys. So I just went for this one. It does the job, it's effective, colour scheme as well. The RGB, it matches my whole setup. So I prefer this kind of keyboard as opposed to some of the others like the Razers and the Logitechs. I also got a nice large mouse mat that's also RGB that can match the colour scheme. It was just off Amazon for I think £20, very decent quality. I did see that I think there was a Razer Titan mouse mat, I believe it was called, that was around £50. So this is a cheap, decent option that does the job. Now moving on to my PC, I will leave the specs just on screen now for those of you to read. Obviously, there are areas that I need to upgrade, that I need to improve. I'll probably try and look at getting a new graphics card. Obviously, the new 30 series from Nvidia are out, so I'll probably look at upgrading those. The case is very basic, but you know what? Looks can be deceiving. It does the job that it needs to. Big shout out to PC Specialist as well. This is the website that I went through. Obviously, I know you can go through Origin and some other websites, but I found this one was amazing. The customization and the advice that they give you, obviously, when you are setting up, is brilliant. So I would highly recommend. Now this nifty little device I picked up because I am not a big fan of having big chunky speakers on my desk blaring out music. I'm all about just wearing headphones. But this also related to having headphones while I'm playing like my Xbox or a PlayStation, but I didn't want to have to keep on unplugging and everything between different devices or different monitors, for example. So this little device allows me to switch between different sources and still keep my headphones on, and I thought it was a brilliant little device. I know you can get some more advanced like mixers and whatnot that can do this, but it does the job and it's effective for it. I use the Corsair HS60s as my primary headset. They deliver amazing sound quality, they're very comfortable, they've got an adjustable volume dial on the back left headset, and overall they're very comfortable, very nice. I went for wired over wireless just because that's what I prefer. I also have a pair of Sony headphones which I use if I'm on my laptop editing or watching a film, or if I'm going to the gym, going for a run. They are amazing in terms of the quality, the battery life, and obviously their noise cancelling as well, which is always a plus. And when I'm not using my headphones, I've got them on a lovely little clamp that is attached to my desk. They hang very nicely, they're presentable, and they're very easily accessible if I need to put them on quickly. I use the Rode NT USB as my main microphone in a PSM1 shock mount attached to a PSA boom arm. It would be down to the viewers to decide whether they think the audio quality is up to snuff. I personally believe it is. I think it delivers an excellent voice quality from when I'm recording and doing overlays, and obviously moving on in my YouTube career, I look to upgrade this one to maybe like the Shure SM7B. My console of choice is the Xbox One. I don't really use it as often as I probably could or should. I will look to upgrade. Probably I'm going to get the Xbox Series S and potentially a PlayStation 5, and those consoles will sit there, and then this old school Xbox One will be relegated to just a Blu-ray player in the future. The Xbox is connected to the left-hand side monitor out of the three, and when I do get a PlayStation, it will go to the right-hand side monitor, so the setup would be going from left to right, Xbox, PC, and then the PlayStation. Just then I've got all round, and obviously I'll look to get like an Elgato, so I can do some PlayStation and Xbox games for recordings for the channel. The desk that I use is from IKEA. I would highly recommend them. They do amazing quality at a very cheap price. We've got some legs, we've got a cabinet, it does the job, and it is very sturdy, so I would highly recommend it for anyone wants to use it for their setup. We have a few LED strips just on the back just to add a nice little lighting effect. Obviously it's multicoloured, they can do RGB colours. We have one of the Alex cabinets that I use just to store some of the boxes of the gear that I've used. I might display them on a shelf later on. It's got plenty of space. I opted for this one as opposed to ones with pull-out drawers just for personal preference. Also under the desk we've got an attempt at cable management. I've done what I can. I mean, as long as the cables are out of the way and they're in some kind of cradle, I don't mind at this point. Thank you all so much for watching my 2020 setup. If you liked it, please don't forget to leave a like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you to all those who have subscribed. Obviously we start off small and you've got to reach these milestones where you can. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to every single one of you, and our next goal is 250.